Hey!
We're live, everyone.
Yeah. Mm, mm.
Happy New Year.
Oh my God, it's a celebration. Whew, man.
That's right. We are now in the 2021.
I've been trying to live in this year for a long time, but it's good that we're finally here. I'm feeling good about that. All right, we're on. We're on. It worked. So let me just
I've
post
been
this.
trying to go back to 1981.
Well, you know, that would be ideal. Then we would definitely not be in a pandemic. It would definitely be great.
Yeah.
That's the hard part is like, oh, it's a new year, but for probably the first 6 months, we're still
Yeah, we're
in
gonna
it.
be dealing with some shit for half the year. Probably.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
Shit gets figured
isn't
out.
but we're not gonna talk about that the whole time for sure. We got so much positive vibes coming, guys. So we're doing this again so that if you guys want to chat with us, I can throw it up on the screen and see the comments.
Yeah.
So whatever whatever you want to talk about, we'll talk about movies and
Yeah.
toys.
You know the drill, guys. Let's talk about movies. We'll
Mm-hmm.
talk about boobs, bush, and butt steak.
Mm-hmm,
Talk
mm-hmm.
about toys, and we'll talk about the 80s, and we'll talk about making movies, and we'll talk about TV.
Cobra Kai.
um, you know,
Hey, Tommy.
I've binged it.
What's up? Hi. Hey, buddy.
Tommy,
Yeah, you did. I got a few more.
put the cookie down.
Few more left. How do I get this to be a different way? Do not. Oh, here we go. I can do it like that. So yeah. Hi.
Master of the 80s. Hello. He's
Why the ellipsis?
huh?
I said, why did he put ... afterward? I'm not sure if I really want to greet you. Tom says, I was wondering, guys, what movies are you most excited about this year that we're supposed to get in 2020? Ghostbusters for me, I can't wait.
Let me tell you something, Tom. I can't. I mean, there's a lot that I'm looking forward to, but it's so up in the air right now that I don't know what we're gonna see. I really don't, and I don't think they do. you know, I mean, we're not out of the woods. The hope is that by summer, shit starts to get a little more
Normal.
normal. The vaccines are out and things are helping, and I mean, I think masks are here for a while, which is fine. But as far as theaters opening like wide, I don't know. I mean, look at California. They're fucked. Like they're fucked. They keep it, just it's not going down, it's rising. Right now California is the hot spot, man. Like, and nothing is being done. There's fucking idiots out there. They're just plain idiots who aren't following rules. They're it just keeps rising every single day. And California is a huge uh uh theater. California and New York are the two biggest markets in the United States, and New York might be able to kick open some more doors, but California, who the fuck knows, man? So while we have a lot of stuff that we want to see, I think it's premature to even say, yeah, I can't wait for May because we're gonna see this. Like, are we gonna see that? I don't know. Yes, I want to see Ghostbusters. I want to see Godzilla versus Kong. I want to see all the Marvel stuff. You know, like, man, there's tons of stuff, but what's that gonna look like? You know, I mean, is Warner's really gonna stick to what they said? I don't know if they will, especially with Legendary giving them shit and the directors giving them shit. And I mean, I would assume that, you know, at least for Warner Brothers, the stuff that they financed themselves and distributed themselves, that stuff will probably come to streaming and theatrical. But clearly we've seen the Legendary stuff is like, fuck you. Godzilla and Kong ain't coming to streaming. Dune, they said nope.
Who knows when that's going to come out?
They put the kibosh on that. Well, I think that October. I think it will hit theaters in October.
I mean, I agree with everything you just said. I think it's just like, what's it going to be? You know what I mean? Is it going to be like August through December is just like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like every week, 5 new releases, you know, because it's like, you can't, like, they're shooting, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, they're shooting some stuff from 2020, but they're also shooting Spider-Man 3 and all that stuff. So it's like, what do you...
Which is supposed to come out this year.
Correct. And it still possibly could at the end of the year. I don't know. But it's just like, it's insane to me. You know what I mean? The amount of stuff that is waiting or getting post, I don't know. But there's a lot of things, Tom, I'd love to see. And I'd also love to see it in the theater, but I don't know.
I think it's silly for these guys to even continue to put dates on these movies.
No, it's a waste of time. It's completely stupid.
It's just so unknown. Yeah. And I think, honestly, some of these chains are closing, man. I think some of these chains are going to go down.
Well, again, we have at least 6 more months before really they can do anything. It's like, what movie would you even want to put out? You know what I mean? Like, I get Christopher Nolan wanted to do what he did.
Well, I mean, you know, Disney is staying firm with
what?
Black Widow for May.
Okay.
But again, you know, they can't control the disaster, clearly, so we don't know what's happening.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, right now, honestly, TV is our entertainment savior, you know? Like,
for sure.
That is where our entertainment is coming from. The good shit. Unless some big studio wants to release it straight to home, you know, video on demand or whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yes, I mean, look, man, like, do I want to see Ghostbusters in the theater? Absolutely. I would love to. But if that option is taken away from me,
I'll watch it at home.
Yeah,
I want to watch it.
I'm going to watch it at home.
I'm actually okay that Wonder Woman came to my house.
Yeah.
And I didn't spend, you know, 15 plus whatever it is at the IMAX.
Yeah,
I maybe we would have liked it more. I don't know.
But I don't know.
It was bad.
I think visually it probably would have been more like, whoa. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I was actually pretty impressed with the quality.
Oh, it looked good.
Because
I mean, it was 4K. It looked
4K,
good.
Yeah, we have 4K down in the theater room now, and you know, especially all the IMAX scenes.
Yep.
Were shot. They looked big and beautiful, and I was like, okay, that's cool. But you know, story-wise, the movie was a mess.
Tom said one good thing about all this is when it's finally done, we'll get a huge dump of great movies coming out. We'll see. You know, again, you just don't know. You don't know how it's going to...
there might be some shifting again. Yeah. And movies that were coming out in 2020, we might not see until 2022. So,
I mean, if I was Dune, I'd wait because I do not want to watch that. That is actually one that I don't want to watch on the small screen. because of the way that guys
Yeah,
shoot movies.
I want to
just
see
don't
Dune
want it.
in IMAX for sure.
Yeah, like that's probably more than all the other ones. I would say I have to see.
Well,
it.
I would love to see Godzilla versus Kong and
Well, okay, that yes,
but I don't think that's happening, man.
Master of the 80s were really striking the UK too. Nothing open here at the moment. Yeah, man, I know the UK's in a rough fucking spot too. Bobbers, when's Radikill?
Hopefully the end of this year. Hopefully I'll be shooting it at the end of this year. We will see. We will see.
I mean, we got Victim No More as well, you know, like he's behind because of this.
Yeah.
Bobby was supposed to have been done. Should have come out in October, I think. So it's just like, yay. So some good stuff though.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, when Bobby's ready, I'll be down to shoot.
Yeah. What?
And they opened up a bunch of more vintage toy shops down around him.
Of course they did.
Yeah, so I can't wait. The ones that we went to this last time I was down there, it was like, god damn. I ended up blowing like $500.
I hope to drink.
But they opened a bunch more
from there,
from what he said, and then I saw a couple Facebook posts from a couple of the new stores. And I was like, man, this is going to be a paradise when I go back down there.
Bobby says, spring, summer, Victim No More, shoot no matter what. I mean, I think as far as shooting goes, you know, you see these people, like I had to do a shoot in October, and we just masked up, and everyone had their temperature taken and had gotten COVID tests beforehand, and, you know, stood apart, and like, you know, you just do what you got to do. But you're in a bubble, right? Like you can't then, like if you're doing a multiple day shoot, you wouldn't want someone to go off and like party and then come back on set. You're lucky you don't do, I mean, you wouldn't have that anyway, the way that we shoot things. It's just like everyone's in the same spot. They don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe Alec.
Well, we have something that we have to shoot in. It was going to be the end of this month, but I think it's going to be pushed till February. Alec ain't going anywhere. He's there for us to shoot, and that's it. That's just how it's going to be.
Yeah, man. So you've got some more. You just put up a new Crapster piece with Heather.
Yeah.
For Wet Heat.
Mm-hmm. And
I gotta watch it still.
I shot with Bobby already as well.
Oh, nice.
And
what did he do?
Bobby did Ski Wolf.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna do one with Andrew.
Ah, nice.
We just talked about that.
Is he doing barbecue?
I don't know what he's gonna do. When you whenever you're ready to do another one, one of your favorite shoots.
I mean, I could think a couple.
I'll do Clint when Clint comes down. But yeah, I think they're fun. I think it's the fans seem to be enjoying them. I don't know who's really watching them. You know, the numbers aren't like huge, but for some random fans who just stumble upon it, I guess it's fun.
Will Josh do one? Have you talked to him?
The problem with Josh is that he has terrible internet.
Oh, because he lives in the middle of nowhere or whatever.
Yeah, like they have like a dish, and it's
okay.
Like he can barely get stuff that I send him through text or pictures and stuff like that. It like half-assed comes through for him. So that's going to be a situation where
you'll see him and do it or whatever.
Yeah.
He goes to Starbucks.
I mean, everyone will see everybody in July.
Okay.
For the reunion, guys. It's the 30th anniversary of me making movies.
It's crazy.
This is the year. February 1991. I put a name to it, called it Low Budget Pictures. And February 2021.
Brad Goff is ready to be reunited.
I wish.
Bobby said, Sean King and I found some vintage shops last week. You'll likey. We'll definitely shoot at least scenes with 6 or 7, including crew stuff, without a doubt. And him and Sean watched Ski Wolf on New Year's Eve with a bunch of their own crapster pieces. It was fun.
Yeah, I just watched Ski Wolf.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Hi, 80s Rewind the Times 90s. That's a name.
Rewind the Times, 80s, 90s. I think it's Michael who that whale.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's a good dude.
Are you going to have a huge anniversary celebration?
Yes, we are. We've been planning it since last year, early last year. It's going to be as many people who will come out for it. Again, it's going to be in July, and I think we're going to be in a better place. We might be doing it in Lake Michigan, but I have a feeling we're going to be doing it here. Probably go between Casey and my house. So,
hey, man.
We'll see.
The pool is calling.
Well, I mean, think about your rec center by then.
Rec center, yeah, I know. Do we have a special guest?
Oh, is the little one here? My daughter that you guys are just raising.
Hey,
little one.
Do you see cousin Chris? Anyway.
Hey, Kira.
She is also wearing a Pursuit of Plastic hoodie that her Uncle Chris made for her. Her other Uncle Chris.
She's like, I ain't got time for that.
No, she's trying to come up.
Oh.
There she goes. Thanks for making an appearance, Kira. She's got to go eat lunch. Oh, is she coming? Oh, just to see the shirt. There we go. It's a little comic book that Dad made. Someday you'll read.
No Teen Ape?
I know. No Teen Ape.
Teen Ape's not on her?
All right, love you. Both love you. Bobber says you need 30th anniversary Blu-ray editions of some of those early flicks. I agree. Commando Kids, really get back to the print, acid wash it, clean it up.
I don't know. I mean, we'll do something. We'll do what we can. We'll try to do something fun.
Do you have those old scripts? We did a read through. I don't have anything before. Like I know I have Filthy McNasty. I know I do.
Really?
And I actually have it. Not that it, I have it printed out. It's in this room. I know it is. I found like a binder, and it had some random shit in there, and that was one of the things. And I was like, okay, Filthy McNasty.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean,
that's the oldest thing I got.
A lot of my stuff is sold to fans,
Yeah.
I think I have. Oh wait, maybe I don't. No, I don't. I was gonna say I think I still have the original Mulva script, but I don't. It's sold.
What if you have? I mean, you wouldn't even have probably had it saved, right? Like on a computer.
Not on any of the shit I have.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, because I did.
Is there a floppy disk somewhere?
Well, I have some CDs.
Yeah.
From like.
I too, from the 90s.
15, 20 years ago. That has just a bunch of stuff that I burned on from shitty computers, back in the day.
Yeah.
So I might have some random scripts in there.
You should look. Yeah, it'd be fun.
Well, I was thinking maybe we could do, we could do commentaries and just put them up on the channel, and people could watch the movies and play the commentary. Shit like that.
Here's somebody who would be interested. Wumbo223. Hey yo, kind of new here, but I found some of your films last year, and I'm glad I found you guys. Hey yo, nice to see you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's great.
Yeah. What did you see? I don't know if you know the history, but yeah, like I said, I'm celebrating 30 years of making movies under Low Budget Pictures. We've made over 60 films and shorts, and
yeah,
there's a lot of garbage out there that we've done. Some gems. There's some diamonds in the rough. I don't know if you're familiar with Teen Ape or not, but you're talking to him right now. The world famous Teen Ape is right there. Casey Bug.
Oh my God. Out. You could tell from my eyes, of course. As some fans lie about. He says, well, all of the McNasties.
Okay.
All
right. Cool.
And of course, Teen Ape. Yeah. Well, welcome to the channel, Trick. Cool. That's awesome, man. Or Whoa, man. I don't know who you are. That's sweet.
No.
Where do you find them? That always is like, I get it. Like back in the day, we do conventions and they were on streaming services, etc. But like, where do you find Filthy McNasty right now?
Well, I think you can still get them online. I mean, there's, Tempe, if not from Tempe Entertainment, or now they're like makeflix.com or something like that.
Yeah.
If not from them, who knows how many places that they sold to? You know what I mean? Like
he said, he found on Amazon Prime.
Okay. All right. Wow, they have all 4 of them on Amazon Prime.
I don't know.
I'm sure.
And SRS Media or something like that on Vimeo. Okay.
Yeah, like I know Amazon Prime has censored.
Oh, really?
A lot of this stuff. Yeah, they've gone through and censored a lot of independent filmmaker stuff that's on there. But again, I don't know what's on there.
Teen Ape Scared Stupid was Bobby's favorite, so maybe that one.
I'm actually really pissed at myself that we never did something like that.
Teen Ape Scared Stupid?
Yeah,
I know. It's actually writes itself,
okay,
Bobby.
Yeah.
If not number 4, Filthy 4 is not on there.
Okay.
And he went out of his way to see the uncensored crap. All right, cool. That's awesome. Well, there we go. A new fan. Tom says, my favorite is still Film Crew. It was the first one of the movies I ever saw. Casey gave me a copy way back when I worked at Office Max. I did not know.
I love Film Crew. Film Crew is a good one. Film Crew, that's a movie that took us 16 hours to make total. And I think it's a 65-minute movie.
It's one of the longer ones.
No, it's not.
It's
not even close.
65 minutes, you said?
That is not one of the longer ones.
Feels long. Not in a bad way. It goes on.
We have a bunch of 70, 75-minute ones.
I'm not talking like Deathbone or
well, Deathbone is the longest one. Deathbone's 89 minutes.
Yeah, it's like an actual, full length one. Finishing touches, DQ. What up?
Hey, DQ.
What up, DQ. Miss you, buddy. Happy New Year.
Yeah. He makes me sweat.
He does put.
He just came on and he's making me sweat now.
Whoa. Oh, geez, 16 hours, man. Yeah. Is that the fastest shoot?
Usually it takes us about 2 to 3 days to shoot one of my films. But Film Crew, because of the circumstances of what we had, we literally only had a combined total of 16 hours to shoot the whole thing. And it's one of those movies that I think all of us will agree who made it, that we don't quite remember making it. because it was so fast. Like there's things that I can kind of remember. Like the one thing that always sticks out is when we were cleaning up, Kurt, who plays Bubbles, basically was like, fuck this, and like went to sleep on one of the benches and didn't help anybody clean up. That's like one of the only things I can remember like making of the film.
I remember shooting. Have we done a recent commentary for Film Crew? I thought we did. No?
If we did, I don't know why we would have done it.
Well,
unless we did it for like Gourmet Scum.
Probably. Maybe that's why I'm thinking that.
Which should come back this year. It's something I wanted to talk to you about. I think we should bring back the Scum.
Do you think 16 hours is the quickest shoot you ever did?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
Because normally, we talked about it on, I don't remember, one of the last episodes, but typically people come in Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, we'll do a cast read through. Friday morning, start shooting 10 a.m. or so. And then, it's usually done. Friday all day shoot, Saturday all day shoot, Sunday maybe some pickups.
Yeah.
By Sunday 2:00, it's probably done. DQ, Happy New Year's, of course. Wumbo, I'm working on a short film with a buddy of mine, and thanks to COVID, this film has taken about 1.5 years to do. The film is about 12 minutes long.
Oh, man.
Sorry, dude. It's, it's shitty. Shitty. I always because of the way we shoot, anytime I've ever had to go to somebody else's shoot or help a friend or whatever, and it takes so long. Like this one guy, he was like a student film, and he's like, oh, I need you to come out and be in this scene. I knew I was going to be waiting around a long time because I also know how things work. But like the whole movie, I think was like 8 minutes, and I was there for my part of like nothing. I think I was there for like 4 hours, and and it took him, multiple weeks or something. And I'm always like, you got it. You got the shot. They said the line. Let's go. And even shooting rock connoisseur stuff, like my camera people, do you want to do? No, nope.
Yeah,
I said it. I did it. Let's go.
I have, when you come in to work on a Chris Seaver movie,
but I don't even get it. Like, I guess I could understand if somebody else was editing it and we needed like multiple, the different people. But like, even with me, I was like, you are moving, you have the camera, and then the other camera has the 2-shot on a tripod. You cut between those two if you need extra footage. We're done. Let's go.
People think they need to do it a certain way, and
it's crazy.
If they don't do it that way, then they're not really filmmakers.
Well, I think, as you have said, like there's film talkers and then there's filmmakers. If you make the movie and it comes out, or the thing and it comes out, you're a filmmaker. If you talk about it and it takes forever and you get stuck writing a script for God knows how long, well then, yeah, of course you're not a filmmaker. Crazy. NES Addict. Hello, nurse.
Hello.
I always love that logo, man. I love that Nintendo Power. I miss that. I know they do it now, but like I guess I never have read one of those guides. And like Katie won't watch this, so I got her one of those guides for Assassin's Creed, which is again supposed to have been there 2 weeks ago. And I was like, do you remember those? Like reading a Nintendo Power and like seeing like this is your cheat code for Super Mario 3 and all that. And I don't know, maybe they still do it. I just, because now everything's online, I don't ever pick up a physical book that tells me how to do these things.
I don't know.
It's crazy. It's crazy. NES Addict, thank you. You're welcome. Wumbo, you got to plan your stuff out so people don't run around not knowing what to do on set. Well,
Huh. Well,
someday, what you can watch it behind the scenes. Find them on this channel.
Yeah.
I think there's a behind the scenes or two. And not to say we don't fuck around, because we do. But because of the shortness of shooting, there ain't a lot.
The thing is, like, you would think the amount of movies that all you guys have made with me, and the amount of jacklacking that still goes on when a movie is being made is like, sometimes it's very infuriating. Like, I don't quite get it, other than the fact that all these people are my friends, so they're scattered around the country, so we don't get to see each other that often unless we're doing a movie. And the majority of the time when we all get together to make a movie, we don't want to make that movie, we want to hang out with each other. So I think that's probably why, like, it still happens that,
oh yeah, for sure,
there's a good portion of people who are just fucking around and like, oh yeah, we're making a movie. Regardless if they've been making movies with us for 20 years, 15 years, whatever. But that's what the Gash Bash is for. A chance for all of us to get together and not make a movie and have a big giant sleepover for 5 days. But there's some who, really want to, get it done and enjoy it, and I don't know.
Iwumbo says, I'm a little too young, for Nintendo Power, but when I was in elementary school, I remember those cheat code books. I don't know why Game Genie isn't still around. I don't. I wish someone would make one.
Dated?
Yeah, I think it would sell. DQ says, upcoming projects. What do you got going on?
Well, DQ needs to get me in shape. I'm going to be 44 this year. I'm feeling it in my knees, in my back. So DQ's got to save me from decrepitness. That's what's going on. No, I don't know. I mean, we're, hopefully.
Well, you said Radikill.
Radikill, and, I want to talk to Casey, and I got some stuff that we can talk about, and who knows? I don't know. Like, 2021, man. Try to be more creative and productive than 2020, that's for sure. But I don't know. We'll see. But I know I'll be seeing you, DQ.
I really hope to God to see DQ this year.
Hurting my body.
Towards, stupid COVID. I'd like to see him. NES Addict says, so what's funny is I don't have any memories of reading Nintendo Power as a kid. I have what I feel to be the most important of them now, basically the first 2 to 3 years of the run. That's cool, man. Yeah, it was those are wild times. Iwumbo says, aside from Trauma Dance, have you submitted any of your films to festivals and stuff?
Oh yeah.
You have I don't know, do you have that award, the Buffalo one?
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah. I mean, we've actually won a few awards at festivals. I mean, we have been traveling around the country to conventions, I mean, for well over 25 years. And I mean, we used to always premiere a movie at these conventions. But yeah, nothing recent. I mean, it's been quite a while. I mean, the last film festival was 2015 that we had anything in,
Was that one?
That was the Weirdsies.
Yeah. What? I can't remember. Buffalo Fantastic Film something.
But yeah, we won like best comedy.
DQ says, no doubt, no decrepitness. Leo says Happy
Oh
New
my
Year.
God,
JC,
Leo.
hope all as well. Same to you, man.
Leo, I haven't. You're like a ghost of the past. Hello, Leo.
I see Leo on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
not typically on this.
yeah.
But
I don't do the tweets. I don't do
thanks
the
for coming over here, Leo. Nice to see you, man.
Just
I Wumbo trying to figure out the whole festival thing for my film. So yeah, you know what, man? Now
it's tough.
Well, I was gonna say now there's so many though,
I
like
know.
so many of them. So I would say it sucks because of the money. It's like 50 to 100 to 200 or something like that each festival to submit to. So it's a little hard to figure out. But short films are a niche. Not all festivals take those. So you just got to find basically what the genre of your movie is, and then the ones that take short films, and that will narrow it down for you. So Cobra Kai, anybody?
You got to finish.
I know, but I've been because
I can't talk about it.
I binged season 1 and 2, and I'm halfway through 3. I'm like in this world of karate where everybody knows it, and it doesn't matter what public place you go to. Yeah. Karate can just happen anywhere you walk.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like it's
hilarious.
I don't like. That's one thing that kind of bothers me about the tone of the show, because it's kind of, they want it to be drama. They want comedy. They want nostalgia. It's tough. It's interesting because I find it funny that when it gets to those scenes, those types of scenes, that takes me out of it. Like, wow, you just established that you're trying to be this type of show, and then suddenly you throw any sort of logic out the window, and they do it again in season 3.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It's just like, what is going on? Luckily, they, what have you seen of the first?
I think I'm on episode 5 or 6.
Okay, well, so that they did address, like, where the fuck are the adults? Where are and I think they understood that. Yeah. People were probably like, for me, season 2, that last episode, that's one of the dumbest fucking scenes that.
You didn't like that?
I like it for the absurdity, but I also did not like it for what the show is. Like, I was like, this just wouldn't happen, And if you're trying to say that this is a real thing that continued from 1984, 86, 88, 89, whatever, from the original trilogy, it's supposed to be grounded in this real reality.
Right.
Regardless of the winks and the nods and the funny things that happen, because the show is funny. But I don't know, that those types of scenes were just like, guys, come on, and they do it again.
Well, I didn't mind it. I mean, I get your complaints for sure, and it is a little like, well, it is completely over the top.
It's over the top, and then it's like they wanted to double down on it in the
third. Leo says, I'll be binging season 3 tonight. Nice.
I think it's good. I've seen, I binged it the day that it, January 1st. I binged the whole thing all day. That's all I did. And it's good, but I liked the first 2 seasons more.
Okay.
But I love the world, and I'm super excited for season 4. And what happens is exactly what Chris Tansky and I thought was going to happen after season 2. It's like a good, okay, this makes sense going forward.
They say there's like an end game in sight. Like, it's not going to go on forever, right?
No, well, this
like one article was like, you can kind of tell that they're heading towards a place, so that maybe season 4 would be done or season 5 would be the end.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I didn't watch
personally, for me, I think 4 and done. Like, but if they do a 5, I'll watch it. But definitely don't go past 5. Like, there's just not more story to tell.
Yeah.
But the excitement for what's to come after the last episode of season 3 is very like, okay, that there's some momentum now. There's like
Robin Lively. I get it.
Oh, I think they're going to bring back everybody who is.
I'm sure anyone who's touched. I want that dude, the ponytail dude from.
Well, I think. Well, you'll just keep watching.
All right. iWumbo says, you know what's not funny? The next Karate Kid.
I never liked that. I saw that in the theaters, and I wanted to leave the theater in the middle of that movie. I don't like the next Karate Kid. That's not for me. People can like it, but it's not for me.
Yeah, I don't know. Bobby said, I cried in episode 4 and 5, and the last 2 episodes hit me real hard. I loved all of it. The amazing, meaningful cameos, except anything to do with that Asian bully kid and his friend randomly getting recruited and learning karate quickly. Yeah, that kid's a dick. But yeah, I don't know. I love the show, so I'll keep keeping on, and then I'll watch Sabrina after this.
Man, I don't know. She keeps giving me we'll do it later, and I go, you know what? If you don't care as much, why can't I just watch it?
Yeah,
and then I'll rewatch it when you want to watch it. She's like, fine, go watch it, and I just won't watch it. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, don't watch it.
Who cares? I hate that. And it's always like, she does this with shows where she'll say at the end of the last season of a show we watch, she'll be like, that was all right. I don't like it as much as you. And then the next season comes on and she's like, well, I want to watch it too. I'm like, you don't fucking care. Like, let me just watch this goddamn thing. I care.
Did she cry at the end of Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Universally loved. Bobby said, agree, Chris, stop next year with season 4.
It just makes sense. It just, for what they're planning and what it seems to be is going to be the crescendo, 4 makes sense. But you can't argue with success. And if it's going to be a hit, like it probably is going to be, you never know. They might find something for a season 5. Who knows? I personally, like for Stranger Things, I would love if they stopped at 5.
Aren't they going to, though?
I think so. I think 5 and done. I think they're going to...
With the exception of like a spin-off, which I would not be surprised if they did.
Yeah, maybe. But I think 5 is a good...
I do too.
I
think it should be, that's the end.
This was that, and we're the end, so...
And yeah, these shows need to... I get the money and all that stuff, and especially Stranger Things, it's a little bit hard. I think there's enough in that world where it's like, this is a singular story in Hawkins, but obviously that Upside Down exists, period. So it can, we introduce those X-Men characters, and we really haven't done anything else with them. Who knows what's going on with the other numbers? So, you know what I mean? Like, I do believe that the world has plenty of things to mine from, but the story of those kids, let's be done at season 5.
Yeah, I think 5 is a good number for that show.
If we're talking about shows aside from Scrubs and The Office, what shows went on for too long?
Well, I didn't like either of those shows, so I don't have a...
I watched both of those shows, but I The Office went on too long. Actually, both of them did, in my opinion. But besides those, Lost. Have you watched Lost? I know Bobby always talks about
No, I don't care.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
And certainly with the way everyone hates the ending, I don't want to give my time to it, you know?
Supernatural, probably.
Well, I mean, I think Supernatural should have ended at 5.
Yeah, me too.
And they had a perfect ending. They had a perfect ending, and then they had to go fuck it up at the last few seconds of that show, of that season. And like, nope, keep going. And now they're like at 15. What is it?
Yeah, they just ended, and it's 15. I will say I have seen some throughout the years because Nish and I have been dating since it ended or whatever, or since season 5. And it's funny. And there's stuff that I'm like, okay.
I've watched after it, but
I didn't want to go all the way back after 5.
But it's like it's the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I don't know how they've been able to do it. You know?
15 years seems like a really, really, really long time for something like that. You know, it's funny though. I think of a show that was really like Curb. It does not stop being funny.
I know.
In fact, it gets more funny depending on the circumstances of the episode. So, 10 now, but technically over 20 years.
And they're shooting 11.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that show can keep going, and Larry David he only does it if it's going to be funny. And
I'll keep watching.
There you go. Bobby, next Karate Kid isn't that good, but after just rewatching it, because we rewatched all of them this week, Miyagi has some good moments and wisdom in it, and Michael Ironside is always cool. And Monk's bowling is funny. The rest is No show should be over 5 to 7 seasons. After 7, you need to wrap up and just be over. Well, Seinfeld, man.
Well, yeah, Seinfeld is.
Other than the ending, which I don't hate, but it's not that great. Those last 2 seasons are fucking gold.
I love
gold.
Yeah, other than like the first and half of the second seasons of Seinfeld, I love all of Seinfeld.
Exactly. Again, Larry David, but yeah.
I could have taken more. I'll tell you what, though, Goldberg's needs to end. Like,
that's been 7.
I think it's on 8 now.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, but I think it's time to go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how many shows I watch that are longer than 6 or 7 seasons anyway, with the exception of the ones we just said.
Goldberg's is sort of like it's just, I don't know. For me, I'm not laughing anymore. Like, plus the 80s stuff is not even a thing. It's not even like relevant. It's just a sitcom,
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I'm not digging it. So I think
cut it head off.
And I would have been okay if it ended at 5,
Yeah.
Because the last couple seasons have just not hit it for me.
I was gonna say, I don't remember if you're caught up or not, but I didn't mind Arrow. The last couple seasons I liked. I liked the last couple.
I did finish Arrow, and I was like so disappointed.
Really?
I thought it was so dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he got what he deserved. I think it was a real fucking cheesy. I would have been okay at 7 and then no more.
Yeah.
Like, because 8 was atrocious to me. I just think it was terrible. His death was ridiculous.
Well, that once he dies, it's done. You know what I mean? Whatever those like episode or 2 episodes, like they didn't. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter.
I don't know. But I'm like, I don't watch Flash anymore.
I'm done. Yeah, we're done.
I'll do Stargirl.
Stargirl's good.
I think Stargirl is really fun. I highly enjoyed that first season.
Yep.
So I'll watch the second.
I want says they're making a new season of Curb even through COVID.
Yes, they are.
David Hesse, hey buddy. Have you guys talked about your 2021 goals? I mean,
I don't really do that.
Well, I'll say I'll do goals. I don't do resolutions. I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like I hope to, I don't know, get more in shape. You said you want to not be decrepit.
Yeah.
That's a goal of yours.
Yeah. I mean, Katie asked me yesterday.
What's your goals?
Do you have any goals for this year? And I was like, well, get in shape. Hopefully make Radical. Make more content with my cousin Casey. That was on there.
We're doing it.
I think mostly for me, I want to be able to be in a place this year where I can get back with family and friends. Like that's for me. I thrive on that community.
Mm-hmm.
And I miss everybody. So just the other when I was
yeah,
Nisha, can I just come over? Like I want to hang out. I will wear a mask, whatever you need me to do. Like, come on. And she was like, okay.
Yeah, like last year when, like the first couple months, it was horrible. And I think I had only really seen you, and like I think that's it. And I was like, I started going to therapy, which I never had done before, because I was like, this sucks, and I don't know how to get out of this space. But summer was way better, and talking to people and actually being able to sit, relatively close, 6 feet apart or whatever. But like as we were going into this, I'm like, oh, how do we? We are going to have to really figure out how to talk to people more or whatever, because it is rough. So yeah, that's definitely a goal, is when things open up, is I told them, I was like, I just want to travel and see all the people that I had, like, and there's even people who haven't even seen my daughter, like Aunt Lynn, like those, like they haven't seen her, and other people on my mom's side. So it's like, that's crazy to me that she's like walking and talking and people they've never even seen her. So
no,
you've made her. So I don't know, put out more content and be healthier and all that fun stuff. Bobby says sitcoms are a different animal. They can go longer. Yeah, as long as they don't suck. Yeah, I know. I need that. Hills.
According to legend, little folk know. Hills is where the toys are.
I got to get one of those. Got to put up a Trapper Keeper. Tom says, oh my God, dude, Goldberg's hasn't been entertaining like 3 years. The 80s show is going to be longer than the 80s themselves were.
I have a feeling they're going to get canned soon. I think it's sort of a universal among the fans that it's kind of tanking. It's going downhill. I don't see it doing like a 10 season thing. I would be very surprised. I don't know. I mean, River usually laughs at it too, and he hasn't been laughing at it. It just is. If
you can't make River laugh, then it's really gone down.
I mean, my kid's turned into a real turd bucket. So
that's what I mean. Bobby's 2 seasons behind. Goldberg's not excited to go back soon. That bums me out because it's a favorite. Yeah, that sucks.
Well, I think the best are behind us.
There you go. Speaking of shows, I know I sound new and all, but have you guys ever produced a show or web series?
There's a show that I want to do really bad. I would like to do called Wellsville Nights.
Oh yeah.
And I think it would be very funny and very fun. And I would like to do it. I would really like to do it. But other than that, I mean, we do this, we do a Crept from the 80s. We podcast, we're general bon vivants. Casey has I guess you would call it a web series, right?
Yeah, maybe a web series. But it's not geeky at all, that's for sure.
Yeah. If you want the nuances of food in upstate New York.
Yeah, if you want to know where to go to eat in upstate New York, you can watch my show. Aside from what's on this channel, right? Yeah, exactly. No, just everything's pretty much contained here, and I think I have to listen to Chris's grand plans for 2021, but I would imagine anything that we do would be hosted here, not outside of here, unless I don't even know. Amazon calls us. We really, the Prime videos have been spiking lately. People during COVID have loved PIA, and we want to make that.
We can put our stuff on there if we wanted to.
Yeah.
We could make a web show and put it up there. People are doing it.
Oh.
That's how there's a show called Plastic Crack, which is about toys. The guys who do the Toys That Made Us did a toy show.
Before Netflix?
No, they're doing it now.
Oh, they're doing it now. Okay.
And it's a I don't know if you've watched any of them, but there's two seasons already. And it's about toy shops.
What's it called?
I can't remember what it's called, but you can find it if you just put in toy shop on Amazon Prime, it'll pop up. But you just have to go through their protocols to load something on Amazon Prime.
Well, we'll have to look at this, because I remember thinking I might want to put Rock Connoisseur on there, and it was like you had to make sure. The big thing was encoding subtitles.
Yeah,
I'd have to pay somebody to do, because I do not want to fucking do that. So I'd have to pay a company like Fiverr. They do it, and then somebody on Fiverr to do it, and that was I remember being like, ugh, and I would do it or think about it, and then I would remember that, and then I'd be like, I'll get back to this eventually. So, but anyway, something. Thanks for telling us that. Maybe we'll think about something that we might want to do. A toy store near you? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, cool. Bobbers, your goal, Chris, is to be killed by Jason and Victim No More.
I mean, that's my goal in life anyway.
There you go. And Tom, thank you for tracking down that name, man. David, Casey, what comics can we expect coming from you and your crew in 2021? I'm a fan. Another one of these. Another Pursuit of Plastic. Hollowed 3 is done. I just have to do the Kickstarter for it, but it's done. The comic is done. I can't remember all of them. I have 8 planned throughout the year, and I have it month by month when I have to do the Kickstarters and fulfill all the goals and stuff. So, I have a pretty cool horror one that I think you would like. And I may even be teaming up with Matt Brassfield. Maybe. We'll see. Just because he's been doing it for a long time, and his comics are out in stores, at least in Ohio. And in upstate New York, I have a shop in Buffalo, a couple shops in Buffalo, and a couple shops in Rochester, but they're not as nice as they are apparently in fucking Dayton, Ohio, where where life is worth living.
We've been to Dayton. It's
weird. We've been to Dayton, and it's whatever, but they get concerts, there's a horror scene. You know what I mean? It's like, it's so weird that like Dayton has more things going on in geeky stuff than we do. And we're like, film quote unquote capital and all this other shit, like our geeks are shitty.
They are shitty. They're very,
they're just shit.
And they don't want to do anything. They're all hermits.
They don't want to spend any money.
Yeah, it's very bizarre.
It really is, man. Like
Buffalo beats Rochester for geekdom. That's for sure.
Anytime I go to shows, I don't do shows in my own town. I go to comic conventions in Buffalo, or I do them in Syracuse or any place else. And then, Sunday, Chris and I and other members will do horror cons again, and they probably will not be around here.
In toy
in toy shows we don't do them. Okay, we do a toy show in our hometown, which is good, actually, and that's it. So we have been lucky for that. But last year, speaking of goals, we wanted to do Steel City Con. I had a whole slate like lined up for like spring, summer of like comic cons. Like I could sell comics plus our toy table, and like, let's do this. Maybe we could do it in Florida. You wanted to go to fucking He-Man Con or Power Con or whatever, and like, yeah, it's just like, ugh. So. I want to do this live. I want to do this live in front of people at cons. Saturday morning sleepover in front of people. So someday. Ooh. All right. Wumbo says the only concert that happened where I'm recently was at a church getting about 1,000 people at New Year's. Yeah, this town is dumb.
Wow.
That's I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
That is a cesspool, man. That's gross.
Yeah.
No way.
Orgiastic feast of death.
Yeah, it sure is. It's disgusting. So
I will not dip my wick in that.
John Wick. Speaking of which, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Oh no. So what do you guys want to know? I got some stuff coming up. Episodes. We're going to get thick with a Crept from the 80s episodes. Crept from Eternia. We're going to bring back some of that scruffy looking scoundrels for some Star Wars talk. Crept from the 90s, which, you all know my take on the 90s, but we are going to do Crept from the 90s centric episodes. I'm going to do a new movie room video and another 80s, because I did change this room around again. It's yeah, so I'll be putting that up soon. Over here, this is different. I don't know. We want a new, at some point we're going to get a new house. We've been here now this is going to be our 8th year here at the house. We need a new one. We need more room.
You can move in here, man. You can move in the basement.
It would have everything. It would have everything that I love.
It's stored and everything. Yeah. I won with the scent of death and Jesus. That's what it sounds like, man. David says, Chris, any chance you might move towards shorter format videos? Those tend to be better at getting new subscribers.
I don't know. I really don't think they're that long. They're not as long as they used to be. 2+ hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like limiting myself, regardless of who comes to the channel and who doesn't. I don't know. I quite enjoy the community that we have, and I think they're used to what the channel is. If anything, the longer stuff, people can use it as podcasts. Like listen to it when you're doing something. I don't know, but I mean, I feel like they've been sort of up and down lately. Some are only 40 minutes long, some are an hour and 15 minutes long. But we haven't had other than the live shows, we haven't had an episode that's like 2 hours in quite a long time. Yeah. So I don't know. I love to talk. The good thing is that you can either do it in a sitting, or you can do it in chunks, or again, listen to it as a podcast. I know Bobby, he'll go to work here and there and drive around, and he'll just listen to it as a podcast type thing. Even though the video is playing, he'll put it up in the car, and
Well, that's how I've done the Crapster pieces. Not in the car, but like, if I'm in the kitchen washing dishes and blah blah blah, like just have it playing, and then look at Heather's face or something.
I mean, I think the longest one of that was Meredith, and I knew that was going to be a long one,
right?
But again, we're getting some shit across, and we're having fun talking. So I don't know.
I think, David, I get where you're coming from in the sense of like, if we like, okay, if I was going to go on YouTube and I saw like this hour-long fucking video or 2-hour-long video, and I saw like a 15-minute one, I would go, okay, let me see the 15-minute one and see what this channel is about. Chris doesn't give a shit about getting subscribers. Well, not about the subscribers, but like you're not like actively trying to get them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I certainly love it. I'll promote still on Facebook and stuff like that, but it's not something. This isn't a job. This is fun.
I guess that's what I mean. It's not.
This is fun for me, and it's a steady growth. And I like that. People are discovering us, and again, not all videos are going to be an hour. I plan on going back and doing some of those like little snippet videos where I just pick a certain thing and talk about my love of that certain thing, and that's like 15 to 20 minutes. So I don't know. I think there's a good variety on the channel, and people can enjoy it, and people can move along.
Wombo says, how to fund a movie without working 2 jobs like I do. For a 12-minute movie?
I know. You're doing it wrong, brother. I don't know, man. Listen, the way that I've been making movies for my entire life is not the way people make movies or want to make movies. But I think I've shown that you can make movies my way. You just got to not. Well, I don't know. It's tough. Like if you were talking to me, in my teens, it might have been different. And I probably would have been far more enthusiastic about, you don't need shit to do a movie. I've proven that time and time again. But now as a, mid-40s decrepit person who's been through the shit making this stuff, I don't know. I would say to you, you certainly don't need 2 jobs to make a short film. I don't know. I don't know the circumstances. I don't know what you're going through. If I were you, I would watch as many of my movies as possible. Even more than that, watch the making of my stuff. Like if you have DVDs or Blu-rays, or if you want to get some of that stuff, or if you want to see more of that type of stuff on this channel, you can. It's a good look into how I've made these movies for so long, and how cheaply it's tough, man. It really is, because I am such a, and people have said this to us before, and I believe it's true. How we've been able to do it and our circumstances completely different from other people, and in a lot of respects, I've been so lucky because of the group of people that I have, sort of the established way of making these movies that we've done for so long. We kind of had it. We've kind of have had it good in that respect, because I hear a lot of shit from other filmmakers about not having the people who are loyal. They're not as serious about helping you make a film as other people are. Yeah, so it's tough. I don't know. There's a part of me that says you don't need, you could spend $5 and be able to make a movie. Certainly now in this day and age, if you have the talent. But yeah, people are important. The people who are behind you and want to bring your vision to life, that's important to want to do this. It's tough to not have people. They don't have to be passionate about the movie business, but they should be passionate about helping you as a friend bring your stuff to life. And that's where I think I've been lucky in a lot of ways. Is I have a lot of passionate people behind me who care about me and my films, and I don't know. That's a ramble. It's a ramble. I don't know. Again, it's always tough for me to give advice to filmmakers, up and coming filmmakers, because it's what we've done is just so different and so unique, and it might not sit well with your sensibilities and how you think you need to make a movie. I don't know, man.
I think it depends.
Casey is always like telling me to do like a series of, why don't you tell them how to make films? But it's not going to work for everybody.
Well, of course not. And not everyone's going to be, Christopher Nolan or fucking, like the Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Like everyone's going to do things differently, and you take what you can from, if you even give a shit. I would say, as far as funding a movie, because your other comment was that you're in, I have 2 jobs because of rent in LA being kind of expensive.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so like, which is kind of movie aside, I would say, definitely read that, what is it? Rebel Without a Crew, the Robert Rodriguez thing. Like, now we have crowdfunding too. You know what I mean? Like there are, I know Chris doesn't like it, but I've done fairly well on it. So I think like that's an option depending on what the project is. Bobby says Ski Wolf table read uploaded soon.
No,
did you take that?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
It's on it. It is going to be uploaded.
There you go. Bob.
I do have it, but no, it's not going to be soon.
Greg Pfeiffer. Happy New Year, guys. Casey, I've been subscribed to Retro as A-List for a while now and really enjoyed Rock Connoisseur. Thank you. Chris, watched the Stoinkmare on Halloween Street last night. Good stuff.
It ain't good stuff, but thank you. I mean, it was made deliberately to be terrible and cheesy and over the top, and it certainly was.
David says YouTube doesn't promote channels that mostly only do live streams for whatever reason.
YouTube don't promote channels at all unless they're fucking bringing in revenue for the channel.
Right.
They don't give a shit. YouTube doesn't give a shit.
I agree.
Their bullshit algorithms and all that garbage is corporate gobbledygook.
Greg also says, I love the documentary and the extras too.
As you can see how dour and curmudgeon-y that documentary is. It's the truth, though. It's the truth.
I1 says getting a subscriber is difficult to say the least. Been getting this channel back in order. I'm happy with the new people seeing my game reviews. It's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. You know, you got to start somewhere, and if you just keep going, you'll find an audience. Yeah, like that with anything. With you know, you want to make a movie, music, any of that. If you just keep going, eventually you'll find an audience.
Barbara says, unfortunately, people's attention spans play into the subscriber thing. People tend to see under 10-minute videos. They're mostly more likely to jump on, then watch longer ones. They think they have the time. It's why TikTok and that crap is so popular.
Yeah, but I'm not catering to any of that shit. I don't care. I'm doing my thing, and I enjoy it. It's up for the public to want to give it a shot or not.
Yeah. We were lucky to have at least 3 people and myself to keep the short film alive, but other people like post-production sound costs a good chunk of money, right? We were thinking of crowdfunding for the next film. Yeah, you know, I guess like that's one of the things that we don't deal with that kind of stuff for the most part. Like Chris does all the editing and the shooting, or at least
myself.
Yeah. So,
and we're also lucky. We have a lot
to have Clint and
stuff. Clint, and again, that's just part of the crew that we have. It's, you know, they've been with us for so long. We also have a lot of friends who do music, and we've had that luck before. I had a ska band for 3 years, and I played with a lot of ska bands that we loved, and have been able to forge friendships with a lot of these guys. And a lot of the ska bands, luckily I love ska, and I have had the opportunity to be able to put a lot of ska in my movies, and people don't care. You know, the companies don't care. The musicians don't care. They just love spreading the music. So, you know, sound and all that stuff, we just tinker with, and between Clint and I, we have pretty good setups to do all that stuff. So yeah, again, I've been in a situation where it's been extremely positive and lucky. So not everybody has that. So it's very tough for me to relate to things of that nature. One thing that we can relate on universally, Mr. Filmmaker and all filmmakers out there, is that we need money. We never have any fucking money to make the types of movies that now we want to make. And there hasn't been that one special person that people have been able to find throughout the years that gives them that shot. Yeah, we need that one guy who sees something and is like, man, this shit is funny.
Tom says, hey guys, I have to bounce for now. It was good chatting and geeking out for a bit.
All right, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
I miss you.
Wumbo says, yes, we need money. Yeah, for sure.
Money is fucking the bane of any artist's
starving artist.
Yeah.
It's a true statement.
It's a pain in the ass.
Masters of the 80s, have you pre-ordered or have you got your eye on a Blu-ray or 4K release coming out soon? Well, did you see Chris's haul video? He got them all.
No, there's always going to be but yes, you can watch my haul video and see I did all right this holiday season. Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely stuff.
Whenever Blade 2 gets announced.
Yeah, Blade 2 I'll get.
When the Bad Boys come. Bad Boys 2.
I didn't get any of the Bad Boys on 4K. You can, but I didn't. I don't think I'm going to need to. I think I'll be all right.
Are they? Oh, they are released.
I know that last one, just as is, looks phenomenal just on the
I'm sure it does.
And then up converted on a 4K player.
Right.
Through a 4K lens, it looks beautiful.
They just released Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I got Lord of the Rings, Dawn of the Dead. Lord of the Rings, Dawn of the Dead, and Blade were like the biggies, and I got all 3 of them, so I'm really happy.
I'm sure they'll release this year Halloween and Nightmare series.
Well, Halloween's on 4K.
All of it?
No, the first.
Yeah, I know the first one, but I mean, like, I bet you they'll do another, like what Scream Factory just did. Or like that other one, the one that came out a few years ago. That Halloween set.
I don't think you need them in 4K.
I would only really want the first one and the last one anyway.
Nightmare on Elm Street. I would do Nightmare on Elm Street. I would like those all in 4K. But if they just do 4K restorations like they did with Friday the 13th,
yeah,
looks just as good. You know? I did pre-order. I have They Live waiting.
Who's that Scream Factory?
Scream Factory. That was supposed to come out a few months ago, and then they pushed back to this month.
Yeah.
So I pre-ordered that, and I think they're going to do like they did in the UK, The Fog and Escape from New York, and I could import those or just get them from Diabolic DVD, because I do want them because I heard they're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But when Scream Factory does it, I'll do it. I'll get those. I don't know. It's tough because we don't know. Again, the home video market is also a little bit goofy. Yeah,
things are getting pushed back there too.
So I don't know.
Where's Peter Jackson's movies? You know, those should have come out. I'm sure.
That's a good one. Like,
where's Bad Taste and
my most anticipated
Bad Taste
for any 4K release would be that Peter Jackson stuff that he's been working on for a couple of years.
Yeah. Especially if they do
Meet the Feebles, Bad Taste, Dead Alive,
A
Heavenly Creature. He
yeah.
supposedly redone all of those, and I have talked about this before, but in the making of The Hobbit, he shows 4K clips of Meet the Feebles, Bad Taste, and Dead Alive.
Yeah.
And just on those 1080p, behind the scenes, those clips looked gorgeous. I was like, oh my God. Like, so I have been waiting, and he's supposedly doing them. That would be a huge one for me. If they got to do that. An announcement for Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
I don't know. They surprise us all the time, So who knows? I would love for Indiana Jones to hit 4K.
Didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many. I mean, probably if I just turn around and look at my Blu-ray collection, there's probably multiple things that I'd like to see in 4K.
I wish they would do a restoration of From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, seriously.
That's killing me that there's not a proper good version of that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blu-ray's fine.
I think about it every day, actually.
But it needs a nice cleanup. I wish Robert Rodriguez owned his films.
Well, where's our the whole bloody affair? Like, where the fuck's that movie?
Yeah,
I'm waiting 15 years or something for that. It's crazy. So, he says the Bill and Ted box set should have been out here this week, but has been put back to the end of the month. Yeah,
I really like what Shout Factory did with our. I know it's not 4K, but the restorations look really good. So I'd be okay with those. I don't think I'm going to upgrade to 4K with the Bill and Ted stuff. They look really great. So I'm not going to go full. I'm not going to do that. It's just certain films I'm going to do it with. And certainly if I want to get a new film nowadays,
it's 4K or bust.
I think I'll just go 4K.
Yeah.
I'll start getting 4K, but I'm not going to replace my
Entire
my
collection.
Blu-ray catalog with 4K. It just depends on the title. Really depends on the title.
Bobby said Hammer Films Baby Loving
Well,
the Journey.
all the Hammer stuff that we have been getting from Shout and Warner Brothers, even Mill Creek, they've been doing phenomenal jobs on the restorations of these Hammer films, and I'm very happy indeed. So
maybe 4K Fright Night.
There is a 4K Fright Night.
There is.
Yeah. It's a 4K restoration.
Okay.
I think it's in the UK or something like that. But I mean, the movie looks fantastic.
Yeah.
On the Blu-ray, the Blu-rays that have been released, and I own all of the Blu-rays. They look good. I don't know what more you can do. I would have to have like a side-by-side
video
and Fright Night 1080p. Then, if I notice a difference, being my favorite horror film of all time, maybe I would do it. But right now, I'm pretty happy with it. There's still movies that haven't come out to Blu-ray that I just want to see put out on Blu-ray. So I don't know. What are you guys looking forward to 4K wise?
I feel like still a lot of people don't have 4K players.
Well, yeah.
I would say
that's
most people just don't.
I mean, look,
especially in this climate.
Yeah.
Favorite Hammer Frankenstein film, Bobby asked?
Well, mine is The Curse of Frankenstein, hands down. The Curse of Frankenstein, it always has been, and it always will be. There's some good after that, but that first one is, it kicked the whole thing off with the true Hammer horror. So that one's I love it. Love it.
Is there a full Hammer set, or you have to pick and get pieces?
I had that DVD set, remember?
Yeah.
That was huge for a while. That was a UK import. Now it's kind of all over the place. Mill Creek just put out a pretty big Hammer set, but there isn't like a
definitive
set.
There's
nothing like that yet. But I'm not going to go. I'm specifically just going to do the Hammer films that I love,
and
that are in the genre that I love, because they've done spy thrillers, they've done
right.
That stuff doesn't resonate with me as much as the genre stuff, the horror stuff. And I'm almost done with the complete Hammer horror that I want.
I will says favorite Hammer Dracula film.
Mine is The Horror of Dracula. Again, the first one, Peter Cushing as Van Helsing, Christopher Lee as Dracula. But there's, again, I like a lot of them, or I wouldn't own them. I think I have like 23, 24 Hammer films.
How much is left? How many are left?
For me, I still need to get about 3 or 4, not too many. And then I'll be complete with what I want out of that collection.
It's not bad. Masters of the 80s says, Arrow video 4K release of Tremors is great.
We have that. Yeah, I bought that for Katie. And I did look at it. It looks good. It's better than the Blu-ray. It's those wealth of extras that I'm excited about. And the fact that, Kevin Bacon came back to actually talk about that film, is exciting. So yeah, we'll watch that documentary. That's a beautiful set. Comes with posters and a booklet and all that stuff. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I get that. I gotta get the Leprechaun fully loaded, full pot of gold box set.
You don't need that, but you should get the Leprechaun box set.
What is it, 1 through 4, or is it 1 through?
It's all 6. Well, and then the Origins, which I don't even watch. And truth be told, I don't watch 5 and 6. But
I quote 5 and 6, but I've never seen that.
yeah.
I've seen 5. I've never seen Back to the Hood. I have not watched.
It's the same as 5.
Yeah, I have no desire to watch that.
But really, those first 3 Leprechaun films,
they're good. Yeah, they're great.
I think you should get that set, Casey. It's inexpensive, and there are documentaries on every single film. They did a really great job. Yeah, they really did.
I'll look it up here and add it to my list.
Warwick Davis is on every single one of them.
It's only $20
for that 6 movie set or 7 movie set. Blu-ray.
It's on Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's a solid set.
That's ridiculous. Huh. All right, well, I'll add it to my list here.
Yeah, the wealth of extras are totally worth it.
Wishmaster collection. There's only
well,
there 4 Wishmaster movies.
The first movie is the only good one, dude, and that's the only way you can get it on Blu-ray. Is if you get that set.
I mean, $17.95 is not a bad price, but
well, no,
that's
you're
crazy.
getting the documentary, and you're getting a restoration of the first movie.
I actually love the first movie. I don't remember. I don't think we saw it together, but
yes,
I do. Did we? Well, then yes, I remember seeing it in theaters.
Yes, you and I saw it in Olean. We saw it.
Yeah. Back to the Hood is a masterpiece. I'm kidding.
No, that's 4 has some very funny things in it, but
that's not. Yeah.
1 through 3 for me are the Leprechaun films.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Spend the rest of this episode talking about things I'd like to see in pristine quality.
Yeah,
for sure. I wonder what.
This is a side note. I don't do pops. I'm not a pop collector. I don't really like them. But I am a huge V fan, and this is like the closest we're gonna get to action figures, unless you like import those fan-made action figures.
Yeah.
And I do have the original LJN action figure, the 12-inch doll. But so I did get Mike Donovan, who is the main character in V, the original miniseries, played by Mark Singer. Then I got Diana.
Love those glasses, man.
And one of the exposed aliens from V.
Huh. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, I've got a few. But things that, like, again, like you said, I probably am not going to be able to get action figures of, or the action figures suck. Like, I got a Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, that's neat. I did. What did I get you that Guillermo, or did I get you JJ? I think I got you one of those.
You got me Guillermo then.
Oh, okay.
And then I just bought Jason Blum. It was $5 at Hot Topic, and I was like, I do love Blumhouse. Who would think to make this guy an action figure? Master of the 80s says, I've just purchased the complete collection of VN DVD for £15.
Well, the 2 Blu-rays of the miniseries and the Final Battle are beautiful. Beautiful. So I have those 2 on Blu-ray, and then I have the show on DVD. And I watch V every single year. And that's something Bobby Heckman and I have in common. Watch it every year. So good.
They only made one season of that show of the reboot or whatever?
V? Of the reboot? There was 2 seasons.
Yeah. 2 seasons?
Yeah.
But nobody that good.
I didn't think it was that good. I think I liked more of the nods to the original than I did
The
what
actual.
they actually did, you know.
It's fine. He says I can't get them here.
The Blu-rays?
Oh.
Hmm.
Can you get them here? Amazon.com?
Yeah, you can get them here.
Bring them over?
You should import them.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It'll take forever, but you know.
Everything's gonna fucking take forever now. Ridiculous. Shipping sucks. But yeah, tell us what what's your prized movie in your collection? I don't know. Bobby's is probably that V. What are you doing to those turtles back there?
It's because we, when everything gets Christmased in the house, the stuff from downstairs comes upstairs. But we just put everything away this morning, Christmas-wise.
Yeah.
So they're going to go back down.
Mm.
Like that bulb is going to go back down too,
Boba Fett, where? Master of the 80s says shipping in the UK is expensive.
Yeah. Unfortunately, shipping everywhere now is fucking expensive
and slow. There has been things I've been waiting a month for, like a poster from Vistaprint.
I was waiting for something from Who Dat Whale. he sent me something and it still hasn't gotten here. I sent him something, still hasn't gotten there. Katie has gifts for me for Christmas.
Well, yeah, that too, for sure. Yeah.
It still has not got, they aren't here. It's
the
US. So I don't know. It's crazy.
Wumbo says, I don't collect movies, but I do collect video games. My most prized possession was Sword Quest Water World for the Atari, but life happened and I needed to sell it.
Oh man, we have a video game episode down on the channel. My wife and my kid are big video game people. I tend to enjoy the originals. My Sega Genesis and normal Nintendo, original Nintendo. And I'm very specific on the games that I like. Casey's a gamer. I'm not going to say that I'm not impressed by some of the stuff that I see nowadays. And I certainly love the VR stuff. Speaking of VR, maybe you should talk to River, Casey, because you have played Oculus.
Yeah.
You've been on Oculus. Well, he's got a shit ton of money for Christmas.
Of course he did. And
he really wants to get an Oculus, but he's like, we keep watching videos of what's the upside, what's the downside. He wants to be able to interact with friends while playing certain games. And he knows that his computer is not going to be able to handle some of that shit.
Yeah.
But I think there's
Quest Go or
device. Well, he wants Oculus Quest 2.
Yeah.
But there's a device that will allow him to be able to Steam on, like, say, Katie's computer, but then he'll be able to link it into his Oculus. I don't know. He's been holding. He didn't jump the gun and just spend it right away. He's been trying to, like, research it, and because one of the big things he wants to do is be able to play with his friends and talk to them through it. And I know you can do that, but I don't know if you need things. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll talk after this. One of my friends does it. Greg says, do you guys see the Rift Tracks live events being delayed last year because of COVID? Does anyone know if they're returning this year in theaters?
I don't know. Again, we don't know about theaters in general. I've been to one Riff Tracks live event, and it was super fun. Other than that, I just watched the regular Riff Tracks or Mystery Science Theater. Big fan of those guys.
I've never gone to one. It's always like, I should do this.
It's just dumb fun. It's just, if you like, Mystery Science Theater, like Riff Tracks, then that's what it is.
Iwombo says, I just made a video on a sort of Sega Saturn retrospective. I love collecting for that system. I was too poor to have a Sega Saturn, but I did have.
But you had a TurboGrafx 16.
I think what happened with that is, I remember my mom going somewhere for work, and at that time, she made the most money than she had ever made. Like, she had a job as a social worker, and it had her on the road. And she ended up quitting and becoming a teacher because she was always gone. But she went somewhere in her travels and brought it back to us and was like, hey, I don't know what this thing is, but like, it was us, and I want to say there was like maybe 2 other people in the school who had a TurboGrafx, and they were more expensive than a Nintendo.
I remember you bringing it over to Grandma's house, and I was like really impressed with it. It was Bonk's adventure.
They made a mini one, and I pre-ordered it instantly, but I think it got delayed because I think it was supposed to come out already.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be getting my 12-inch Bill and Ted Hot Toys.
Oh,
by that one company.
Yep, Blitz.
Yes, Blitzway.
Yep.
Blitzway, yeah.
I've seen them online.
Yeah, Katie got them for me like early last year.
Yeah. Blitzway. I've seen them. They're more expensive than Hot Toys, some of them, but they look fucking cool. Master of the Universe 80 says, Arrow Window Edition of Dawn of the Dead is my most prized Blu-ray. Sweet, man. There's so many Dawn of the Deads.
I have that.
And now you got a new one.
Now I have that new crazy one.
Iwombo says, I want to get a TurboGrafx, but that costs too much to collect. Exactly.
At that time also, like I had, Sega Genesis, and I had Super Nintendo, but for some reason, the graphics looked so cool on TurboGrafx 16, and Bonks was just like, man, it's so colorful. I don't know what it was.
They even did a Turbo CD, which we did have. Sega CD was like the big thing, and I had a few of those. I think I had Splatterhouse, which was like that Jason type game, and
that Splatterhouse 3 on Sega Genesis. It was so dope, and I want that game, but it's so expensive.
Sure it is. Bobby says, my joint Christmas stuff don't come down until after my birthday next week. We actually still have our Christmas stuff until
this is like longer than it usually is for me.
It's been like a week.
I know, but I take that shit down fast, because once Christmas is my favorite time of year, but once it's done, I'm like, okay, let's get it out of the house. And we do it up,
You do.
We have like 9 tubs filled with Christmas stuff.
Good. Bananas. Yeah, guys, like, tell us what you got for Christmas. You get anything good? You get any sweet swag? You watch Chris's Christmas haul video.
Watch my Christmas haul video on the channel. It's always extraordinary.
It is. It's always bonkers.
I got to get something in my gullet, so keep going. I'm starting to shake because I haven't eaten.
Oh, well, geez, man.
Just keeps up. I had breakfast this morning, but
What would Audrey 2 do? Yeah, tell us about or your Kwanzaa, whatever the hell it is that you celebrate. You get a cool swag for the holidays. Yeah, it's like right now, because of everything that's been going on, it's hard, other than television, to get really excited about announcements and filming and all that stuff. Like, I want to get pumped about Spider-Man 3 and Electro and Doc Ock and all those guys coming together on the screen. And I'm sure Tobey Maguire, I'm sure Andrew Garfield, and we're going to see the greatest Spider-Man film of all time, but haven't, I don't know when it's going to come out. So it's been a little bit like, I don't know how excited to get. I'm glad that we have Cobra Kai. I'm glad to, jeez, I don't even know how TV seasons are going to go this year too. I didn't think about that. Like, because last year, a lot of them got shortened because of COVID, and hopefully there's enough stuff in the tank that Netflix has and these other guys have that they'll have to watch. Is anyone excited about the Snyder Cut and 4 hours of Justice League that we're getting to HBO Max? I don't know, probably in the next couple months, since he's actively been in pre-production for it. That's another one of those weird, like, do I need it? Do I not need it? I don't know. We'll see. Masters of the 80s says, I got some more 80s cartoons DVDs to add to my collection. I don't know if it was last year, not this past year, but the year before. I think Chris got me Shirt Tales for my birthday on DVD, and I got some Shirt Tales stuff. That was one of my favorite 80s cartoons. I feel like one of those cartoons a lot of people remember, but I definitely liked it quite a bit. I also loved, and I have a very small collection of Dino Riders, if you guys remember that. And again, that was another one of those things where I've said it to people, do you remember dinosaurs battling? It was crazy. And I was huge into dinosaurs as a kid. Though I would argue still am huge into dinosaurs. And it's actually a property which I'm shocked hasn't come back around. Humans and creatures riding dinosaurs and battling each other. Like, I understand Transformers got Beast Wars, so you got a little bit of that animal vibe, and then of course, you got Grimlock and those guys, but I just want to see dinosaurs battle. And I really was hoping that the Jurassic franchise went in that direction. When in Jurassic World, Vincent D'Onofrio's character made mention of how they wanted to kind of use dinosaurs in a war setting. And in my mind, I was like, holy shit, could you imagine riding these dinosaurs, strapping them with guns and rocket launchers and everything else? And then the next Jurassic World would be a whole war movie with Dino v Dinos. But alas, it hasn't happened yet. They're not letting me write the scripts. Master They said cool, and he says Dino Riders is the holy grail item in the UK. But you know it, and I'm sure they're probably, and I've never looked, and now that I'm saying it out loud, I should have. I'm sure they're probably on YouTube. I don't. Hey, for Dino Riders, have you ever put that on a Saturday morning sleepover?
Dino Riders?
Right? The cartoon, or just the commercials, I guess.
Just the commercials.
Yeah. I was saying, like, I wish. It's surprising that that's not it hasn't been rebooted or done anything with. It's very weird to me. It seems like such a cool concept.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just write a comic of that and just call it Rider Dinos.
Rider dinos.
Yeah, see if anyone notices. Or Rhino Diter. But Master of the 80s says that Dino Riders is a holy grail item in the UK. UK, man, it's crazy what we get in America and what you guys struggle to get. And it's also crazy how we don't get like anything, not a lot from overseas. You know what I mean? Like we're lucky to get BBC and get to watch that stuff, but other than that, we have no idea what's happening in the other parts of the world, like what's big, you know, movie wise or TV wise. It just doesn't hit America like America hits the rest of the world.
It's interesting that Mask was huge in the UK.
Was it?
And Mexico.
Okay. I mean, it would be nice. Again, that's something that's supposed to be in the works. If they haven't scrapped it, we don't know how many things are getting scrapped too because of this whole shitty situation. Bobby says, "We need to rock rest of Cobra Kai season 3, Casey. Leave now, go, beat and enjoy." Okay, Bobby, I'm out. I'm gonna go watch it immediately. I gotta see Elizabeth Shue again, even though I saw her in The Boys and Piranha. She was good.
Yeah, she does.
I mean, that was always one of Chris Walk's boner jams. And when she showed up in The Boys, he was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, she's one of my 80s crushes.
Yeah, for sure. Between that and Adventures in Babysitting and stuff, it's like, come on. Messity says Mask was massive. It ran for years on children's BBC. That's cool. Are they doing more? It's not Mask. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Mm-hmm.
I saw. We watched Fantasy Island yesterday or the day before. But that guy, Jeff Wadlow, is I don't know if he's the director of those episodes, but on his IMDb page, he has that listed, and it said 2020 through.
Yeah, there's somebody just did a story about the new season.
Okay, cool. I still got to watch that. Well, it's only 2 episodes, right? Like it was just, yeah.
It was like a movie.
But that's cool. Hey, man, I mean, think about, what is that? Goosebumps. Like, those are solid, fun little adventures, you know? And if I was a kid, it would be like, whoa, this is crazy.
Well, I really liked the movie.
Goosebumps? Yeah, I liked both of them. They were both good. I was going to ask you in the channel, when is It Crept from the 90s happening? Is it happening?
Soon. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
you already record stuff?
You and I will get together and we'll.
Because I've got some 90s things that have to get it off my chest.
Wow.
There's a lot in the 90s that you like. A lot. Especially
as we'll talk about.
Okay. Like, I don't know if I'll ever say, you know, it's the greatest decade of all time. I would never do that. But
come out of my mouth.
There is, when it comes down to it, there is a lot of things from the 90s. It won't be the music necessarily, but it will definitely be some movies, you know, comics, video games. Fucking blew up for the 90s. Did you guys get Mysterious Cities of Gold and Ulysses 31?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Ulysses 31. I don't remember Mysterious Cities of Gold. Cartoon?
Yeah, they would play back to back, actually.
Oh, really? I don't know. I don't remember that. Those are British, I guess.
Huh?
Those are British, I guess.
Oh, it's anime. Anime.
Okay. Oh. Well, I thought it meant like it was a British thing, but.
Well, we did get Danger Mouse and
Definitely got Danger Mouse.
Duckula.
Definitely got those. Those were on Nickelodeon. You know,
Here in the States, yeah.
so this was really weird the other day. I was talking about how I needed to watch. I go, hey, do you want to watch that Nickelodeon documentary with Nish?
Did you watch it?
I didn't, because like she likes watching those behind the scenes things, but she never. It's weird. Like if we watch a movie and there's behind the scenes, she goes, let's watch it. Like we watch all the John Wick's documentaries. But if I were to say, hey, do you want to watch a documentary? She'll be like, no, I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, Katie's the same way.
It's like, you want to see all that stuff. So anyways, I was like, do you want to watch the Orange Years? And she goes, I didn't watch Nickelodeon. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, we didn't really get Nickelodeon up in Canada.
Katie didn't. She didn't ever watch Nickelodeon.
But I was like, a lot of these shows are from Canada, and you didn't watch them, and like that blows my mind. She didn't get them, but no, I'll watch it. It's crazy. Count Duckula was the best of the two. Oh, I like Danger Mouse. Get a patch on there, but yes, yeah. And that sweet eye patch.
Duckula.
I remember the music.
Yeah, it's I like those shows.
I did too.
I think Danger Mouse you can get on DVD.
Really?
I think so. I don't think Duckula here anyway.
Well, I'm sure Master of the 80s has the entire collection. You can easily walk into your favorite Sam Goody and pick one up. Suncoast is still going strong over in the UK.
I wish.
Yeah. Well, we got like a few more minutes. Does anyone want to talk to us about your favorite thoughts or fantasies for the channel? Things you want to see? Master of the 80s? Ha ha ha, yes. They're like, I don't want to see anything. I don't want to see people. We're at how many subscribers now?
I don't know. We're close to 1,100.
Okay. Sweet. I mean, it's been a good year for that.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Great year. And
steady as she goes, you know.
We're happy, you know, that you guys keep showing up on these videos. The live streams are always super, super fun to do, just to kind of do some more interaction. Obviously, in the chats, you know, in the videos, leave comments. Tell us what you thought or what you're into, what you're not into. Did you get a sweet Christmas haul as well that you want to talk about? But that's the best. That's the best part of the whole thing is interacting with you guys and putting it out into the world, and then having you guys talk back.
Yeah, yeah. And I know I've gotten some feedback about like there not being as much 80s talk recently. And I totally get it. I would agree. The thing is, like, not that I don't mind doing the shows myself.
Hey, Sean.
It's more fun for me, and I think more fun for the audience when I have people on the show with me to talk about the subjects that I want to talk about. And it's just been tough this year to wrangle people together to do that. And again, not that I can't do it myself, but I just think it's far more entertaining when I'm able to do it with somebody. So I do apologize, and there will be, there's plenty of stuff to talk about.
Happy New Year's, Gooch.
For sure. That is still from my 80s memories. And that's another thing, guys. Like, you got to remember that, I've gotten a few things here and there that are like, why don't you talk about this or this? And I'm like, well, because I have no interest in that. That's not what I connected to growing up. The channel is really about me talking with you guys about my history and memories of the 80s and growing up, what it was like growing up, and the things that I loved growing up, and the things that I love now that are from them. I might not have connection to, Vidal Sassoon, Jordache jeans, or fucking this movie or that movie. It's because I just didn't. I didn't like that movie, or I didn't care to watch that movie. That's, But can I talk to you about Bionic 6? Yeah, I can, because I love Bionic 6, and so I'm going to talk to you about that. There's other shows and there's other things on YouTube that cater to that. They just pick a subject and then they talk about it. I would prefer it all come from a memory, my childhood. So there's just not going to be, it's just not going to be like that. Like, I have no interest in talking about, Remo Williams or whatever the fuck, that type of movie. But I'm sure you can find somebody talking about Remo Williams, The Adventure Continues, or The Adventure Begins, or whatever.
That thing?
Yeah. Or Ice Pirates,
yeah.
I don't care about Ice Pirates.
Right.
I saw it once on VHS. The VHS cover was always memorable, but I'm not going to sit here and have a 20-minute conversation about Ice Pirates, because I don't know it. It wasn't for me,
Well, you're not doing okay, so you're not doing explainer videos either. It's not like, hey, this is Ice Pirates, let me break down Ice Pirates. Like, you're not doing that.
I don't do that. It's not
that kind of thing. It's like, hey, I saw, Return of the Jedi. This is why I love Return of the Jedi, and this is what I remember going to the theater. And do you have those same feelings? I mean, really, this, if I could say it, like, this is a nostalgia page, whether it's the 80s or things from the 80s that are happening now, like Transformers or something like that. It's nostalgia, and it's not explainer. That's it. There are millions of pages like that probably do explain the history of Jordache jeans, and that's great. It's just that you're not going to get it here. Even if Chris does a 15-minute video about the turtle, like Leonardo is his favorite turtle. It's not, right? I think it's Raphael, which is the best. Then you would just say, hey, I love Raphael, and this is why. But it doesn't have anything to do with his history. And
yeah, I'll give little tidbits here and there about stuff like that, but it's mostly going to be from the heart. It's not about that stuff. And again, you can find all that stuff. I mean, the YouTube is it's a plethora of anything that you could want, it's all on there. So
except for Berserker videos, but yeah. They're banned. Gooch says, what did you get for Christmas, Casey? Oh, man, spirit, really, of Christmas. I got a dog. I bought a Christmas dog. So I hear her now attacking my child. But yeah, I got some cool geek stuff from Chris and other Chris Walk. The dog was really the big one. And we're renovating our basement, so like we did not spend any money on each other because once that basement's complete, I'll go, okay, there we go.
Yeah,
very, very excited.
That's a present that keeps on giving.
Well, yeah, exactly. So, it's fine. And, when I look at all my pre-orders from Hot Toys that are coming in this year, and I'll go, oh, yeah, that was my delayed Christmas gift, my Ahsoka or whatever. So, yeah. Anything else, Chris?
About what?
Well, I mean, the end of this live broadcast.
I look forward to all the stuff that we could do coming up, the subject of the shows.
I got a Labradoodle. She's very adorable. Yeah, I mean, more content to be put out. And once the vaccine's over, a lot more people being in the videos to see each other. Like the rest of our extended family who we haven't been able to see as much or at all because of this.
I was telling them, I think we should, there'll be more Crept from the 80s. There'll be the new Crept from the 90s. There will be Crept from Eternia. Scruffy looking scoundrels, I think deserves to come back because there's now a lot of stuff for us to talk about going forward in that universe. In that galaxy far, far away.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm jazzed. Let's do this. I'm ready to go.
Well, guys, it's been so choice chatting, as always. Another new one, another live show will come out probably next month. I was going to do a NECA Dutch figure, but man, $100, no thanks. What? There's so many NECA. I guess you want the real one, but no, it's $100. Don't spend $100 on a NECA figure, man. Plus, I mean, it depends on what you're going to do with it. But if you plan on literally just putting it in a shelf, which is fine, I have a lot of that. Just get the knockoff. Just spend the $20. Don't move it because usually the joints suck and they're going to snap. But if you're okay with just splaying it, just get the knockoff. They're all over eBay, or I can show you some sales. But yeah, I don't know. Thank you guys for tuning in and chatting, and more shit to come this year, 2021.
Yeah, it's try to stay fun and creative doing this channel, and I do appreciate all the people who have stuck with us for over the years.
Yeah.
And continue to watch, and the new people that keep popping on and joining, and hopefully there's enough variety on the channel that keeps you here, whether it be 80s stuff, geek stuff, movie stuff, horror stuff.
Thank you.
I thank you, the Gooch. And Arnold Jackson thanks you as well. All right, so that's it. I mean,
yeah.
The only thing they got to do now is smash that like button.
Hit subscribe, hit the ring bell, notify, gets to your phone, gets blasted.
Also, before we go, we should mention Tom's channel, which is Nostalgia Junkie.
Yep.
We should mention Sean's channel, Unboxing the Future. You can go
Thanks, guys.
Unboxing the Future on YouTube. It's just started. Our buddy Sean, he's going to be doing tech reviews and unboxings and things like that. And he's trying to get his channel growing. Master of the 80s is also here on YouTube, and he's got some great stuff from the UK. So, help everybody out. Join a community. Let's get this community going. NES Addict. I mean, his channel is bigger than all of ours.
Yeah.
He's got some great content, especially if you love video games and video game nostalgia. That seems to be really his sweet spot. So go check.
Wednesday.
Go check that. So yeah, Unboxing the Future, first review up Wednesday. But he does have a video up now.
Yeah, love geeking out with you too, man.
Yeah, it was good to see all you guys. Thanks for the people who did show up. It was Sunday afternoon. I guess there's sports happening, but I wouldn't know anything about that. So that I don't follow that. But I appreciate the people who did come by, and thank you for enjoying the Crept from the 80s. And I hope you guys stick around for the year of 2021, 30th anniversary of Low Budget Pictures. Casey's turning 40. I'm turning 44. Jimmy Van Brunt is getting that sex change finally.
Sweet.
Finally, we can enjoy him the way we've always wanted to. As a man. So, thanks everyone. And, stay tuned. We have some videos coming up just in a few days, right after this live video. Just a few days. We got some new stuff coming up. Thanks, everyone. And we will see you again.
Bye.
Chemically erotic episode of the Crept from the 80s. Bye.
Bye.